Boom.
All
right, I think it worked. Whoops, there we are. I think it worked.
I was trying to pull up chat.
A lot of it
somebody else on here.
Oh, yeah. Like they moved it around. It's like in a different spot now.
What in the world is going on?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yes, there we go. Oh, look, I'm host. All right, great.
Hey, you and
All
I
right,
are
well, we'll see if we
chat
can
room.
Well, you're in there. It's good. We got 2 people in there.
I'm in the chat room. That's good. We'll chat with each other.
All right, and there's 3. Okay, now we're set.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. They woke up.
It's a party now.
Yeah, we came in a little bit later there. Oh, good times.
All the party people.
Well, yep, it's a Thursday. I always think of this as my Friday because I promised myself I wouldn't work on Fridays, and then I always do. So it always feels like a Friday, but it's not. I'm going to do some crap tomorrow probably. I've been working on the. I've got sort of a specific schedule laid down for the Fark 25 stuff, which I pretty much have to carry the ball on because nobody else will. And it says I need to finish my book this week, so that's what I'm doing. I'm finishing.
Do it. Hurry up. Get it done.
Yeah.
We're ready to party.
Yeah, I got the usual thing where I actually wrote it for the 20th anniversary of Fark, and then I just missed the deadline. So it's like, never mind. But now I'm going back and reading it, and I'm like, ooh, I got to change a bunch of stuff. Like, it isn't like stuff I shouldn't have said, but I guess I got better at writing in the last 5 years or something. But
you got to change the 20 to 25 and just publish it.
Yeah, and certain stories don't ring well. Like for the 20th anniversary, I wrote one of the stories was the time I went to Moscow, and I got hosted by the guys at Pravda, and they made us all stripped out naked and get beaten with sticks by a 6-foot-tall hairy guy that totally wasn't gay. But when the war's on, it doesn't really ring to you. So, hey, look what we got. There he is.
Hey.
What's up, man?
What's happening, man?
I am here.
Excellent. Very good.
All is good.
So
glad you could join us. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I've learned is like it's that old thing is just changing the routine. I need to change the routine every day because
it helps.
Yeah, it just gets old.
That.
Yeah, I get you. I get it right too. In fact, lately I've discovered I don't know. I just get on my bike and get the hell out. But you got to do it at like 6 o'clock in the morning because it's 100 degrees at 8 a.m.
It's although today was nice this morning.
It was a little foggy.
It was pretty nice. But yeah, I'm getting so wild that I went a different direction on my walk in the neighborhood. That's how wild
that's crazy.
I got.
Oh, look at
I went right instead of left.
Man.
Wow.
Were the dogs confused?
You know what? I didn't take them. I was like, you guys are.
See, the dogs would have just like dragged you. Like, no, man, we go this way. What are you doing?
I'll take them, but Matthew gets them to walk, and then I'm like, I'm picking up your poop. They always walk too far past where the trash can was.
Of course.
Then they poop.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get to the neighbors' yards.
Yes. I swear they hunt out those signs that say "Don't poop in our yard," and that's the only yards they try to do it in.
I feel like
that's
probably true.
It's like the cleanest restroom on the highway. You really want to use that one.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the one where they're taking care of the lawn. It's very delightful to poop there, I'm sure.
Yeah. I got a question from the floor asking, am I all healed up? I am almost all healed up, as it turns out. I had a bad
ass.
Yeah, I had a bad bike wreck Memorial Day. Actually, it could have been a ton worse because I didn't break any bones that I know of, but I lost a lot of skin. It's mostly healed up pretty much. I think I might have broke my tailbone because it still hurts, but I'm not getting that checked out because it's not like they're going to slap a cast on it or anything. So I'm just going to ride it out. But,
oh, man. That does not sound good.
I'm glad
not
you're
fun.
alive.
I didn't know you hurt yourself, but I've been out.
Yeah, I was bombing a hill.
Going Evil Knievel-esque style wreck on his bike, like cracked his.
Apparently, it was so
the whole bit.
It was so bad. The woman behind me said she had PTSD from watching it.
Nice.
I was like, oh man,
nice.
I didn't see it. Yeah, it damn near it broke my. Oh, go ahead, Dill.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You're telling.
All right, it damn near like
here.
shattered my helmet. There's a photo of it on Instagram if you want to check it out. I only saw one crack that kind of went from the back up the middle. Now, man, it's like a spider web out of there because it landed on my head at 40 miles an hour. Nice. And then I slid 50 feet. It was great.
Nice.
but I didn't break anything, so that was good.
It's always weird when you get involved in a wreck or something where you're just like, what's going on? It's very confusing in the moment.
Not with me. I knew. I was like, oh, you're right. Because I went over. I'm like, oh, it finally happened. And then you're sliding forever is the other problem. You got time to think about it. You're like,
do you try to look cool as you're doing it? You're like, don't be one of those guys.
Yeah. The only thing I was trying to land on my shoulder because that's the part that won't shatter. Like if you land on your wrist, it's like you're gone.
Really? Well, I don't think I want a clavicle busted out.
Well, that's the trade-off. Yeah.
So you're trying to land on your shoulder and you landed on your head. Is that what happened?
I landed on my head. Well, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I did. So yeah. Helmet, almost completely destroyed as it turned out. So that was good.
Nice. Hang it up on the wall. Get a new one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I got a new one. I actually spent money on it too. I was like,
right at the company, tell them what a great job they did. Maybe they'll send you a free one.
I should. Yeah. Well, so Matthew's got this. So Heather's right. I would not let her post pictures. So it actually ripped the side of my shorts out. So my ass was hanging out I rode another 38 miles with my ass cheeks hanging out.
30.
What are you gonna do, man?
That's what gave that woman PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. Probably so. Yeah. The problem was that there were two sets of pictures. One was the part of my ass that wasn't a bloody mess, and the other part was the one that was. That's the one she wanted to post, the gross one, and I'm like, don't do that. If you want to see the one that didn't have any scars on it, though, there's one up there. Go check it out.
It's on your OnlyFans page.
It's my OnlyFans page. That's right. It's $10 a month.
Cash money.
Yeah, exactly.
That was one of my favorite lines from The Simpsons. Was early in Simpsons when the stunt guy he falls in the water with the lion or something like that, and Bart's seeing him in the hospital, and he's like, scars something, bones heal, and chicks dig scars or something. It was one of those 1, 2, 3s, and it was like, that's why you do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Chicks dig scars.
Well, they look interesting anyway, and I got a few of them, but I can't see them. They're like behind me, so hey, but no broken bones. I didn't die. No concussion. So I'll take it. It was a win.
Chicks dig butt scars.
Yeah. I haven't heard that one. I'll let you know.
That one ain't out.
I don't know if that's true. I'm not a spokesperson for anybody.
Yeah.
It confuses me why women think men are good. Any man is good looking. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
No, not compared to them.
They really settle.
Yeah, you're right. They really do. Well, speaking of settling, how about some mediocre news? I got some of that up here. We're doing good.
Welcome to the Fark Newscast. Speaking of settling.
Yeah, failing to set expectations for 4 years now. Anyway, I didn't mean to shut that completely off. Go ahead and take it away, Dill.
Trump allies urge him not to be a raging asshole at the debate. That's today, right?
It is. Yes. There's a debate tonight. It's the earliest debate ever, mostly because Trump was popping off at some point a few months ago saying he would debate Biden anytime, anywhere. And so the Biden campaign quickly drafted a list of rules that they knew would screw him and then got those through, including the one I've been dying for. They're going to, if anybody talks over anybody else, they're going to get their mic cut off. Thank God.
I would love it though. Like as far as the drama goes, I could see Trump just walking over. Like it's like my mic's not working. I gotta finish this spot over here.
You guys can't hear me over there. I came over to the working mic. Yeah, who knows how it's gonna go. There's a bunch of stuff on there.
Oh, I'm sure these rules will be followed very precisely.
They're gonna be in big trouble otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So we'll see. But what's different about this debate, though, with relevance to the live stream, is that so Dallin and I did a few of the debates and even the election.
It's true.
We live streamed that. I learned my lesson on that one, though. That was 11 goddamn hours. I mean, we were. And I decided to drink light beer so I wouldn't die, but I still came close anyway because that's how long we were doing it.
Wow.
You probably would have died if you were drinking straight water. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. I would be like, oh my God, something's going to explode. So normally the debates are done by a debate commission, which is a nonprofit entity, blah, blah, blah. This time it's wholly owned by CNN, and CNN's got some pretty strict rules about rebroadcast. They'll let you do it, but they've got a couple of strict ones. One is you have to refer to it as the CNN presidential debate. You have to run their stream unaltered, and you're not allowed to talk over it. And that was the killer right there. We can't talk over it. Forget it.
We're out.
Well, or it is a weird one. It's like a weird or else what? Like, I guess.
Well, yeah. What are they going to do, right?
Cease and desist on this thing that's already over.
Yeah. Who knows, man? I mean, the problem is Fark doesn't have the best relationship with CNN right now. we haven't for about 8 years. I actually tell this story in the book. Actually, the reason why our CNN logo says Chicken Noodle News is because their attorneys told us we had to take it down because they got mad.
Oh,
I told them they couldn't use our slogan as for the name of a TV show. Now, I wanted to collaborate. I was like, if you're going to do it, like, I got all kinds of material. I can help out. And they're like, no, and take our logo down. I'm like, well, okay, fine, I guess. So Chicken Noodle News it is.
Haven't they wanted to do a Fark TV show, you say?
No, they wanted to do something called It's Not News. Which is the first half of our slogan, which, I mean, granted, but we do have that trademarked, and if you don't defend your trademarks, then they get invalidated.
That's right.
I don't like intellectual property, but I called them. Well, I wanted to help. I was like, hey, can I get on there? Like, I got, do you guys want to do something together? And they're like, no.
Yeah. Well, Drew, they've been making great decisions for so many years. I mean, the shows have stayed consistent and awesome. Their ratings, it's all good.
Yeah. They said that their current audience size is 500,000, which means Fark is twice as large as them. CNN. So, that's the problem, I guess. I don't know.
Well, if you feel like texting me tonight, I'll be watching. I'll let you know my thoughts.
Yeah, I'll probably be drinking and watching it somewhere. I'm going to go to the bar to do a little bit of work. The thing about Kentucky is that, like, even though it votes Trump, there's enough people in the area that goes both ways. There's no bar in town that can have this on unless there's like a private party or something, because everybody will just start throwing down. So
Can you turn the debate on? I'm really jonesing. The NHL just wrapped up. I'm really jonesing for some TV at the bar.
Yeah, I know. Me too. There's like nothing on except for like sports I've never heard of in the Olympics. There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
Alan, they want you to drop your phone number in the chat so they can text you.
Text me.
There you go. This is totally not a trap, by the way. Totally not a trap.
You'll get all kinds of texts, I guarantee it.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't want to do a ton of politics stuff, but I found a couple of really fun ones. One was this one earlier in the week.
Donald Trump told UFC's Dana White he should start a migrant fighting league. Oh my God.
So I was going to tell you what he said. Of course he did, right? So I was going to tell you what he said, but there's video.
Dana White. Did anyone ever hear of Dana White? He's a legend, right? UFC, Ultimate Fighter, Ultimate Fighting. And he's a fantastic man. I said, Dana, I have an idea. Why don't you set up a migrant league of fighters and have your regular league of fighters? And then you have the champion of your league. These are the greatest fighters in the world. Fight the champion of the migrants. I think the migrant guy might win. That's how tough they are. He didn't like that idea too much, but actually it's not the worst idea I've ever had.
Wow. You're right about that.
Yeah. But it's up there.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, is there video of this? Like, oh man, I got to pull this.
Even with his crowd, that joke did not land at all. It was kind of like there was an initial groan, and then like, I don't know how he's going to wrap this up, but it was not good.
Yeah, part of the problem is
the paid laughers were laughing. There was like 3 laughers in there.
Yeah, I heard the guys in the background, like Bob and Tom, going, "Oh!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's also like most of those fighters are not from the U.S. anyway,
right?
So,
technically,
man, Trump does not get it.
No, he doesn't. Well,
no, he does not.
Like I saw 2 white guys fighting. I think they were white. So go USA.
I didn't check. I didn't run a DNA test or anything. So anyway, so just to make sure that we can take it a little international for a little bit. This is politics.
Count Benface tipped for success by rival Nigel Garage as popularity booms.
Yeah, Count Benface. Yeah. So I did not realize that Lord Buckethead and Count Benface were the same guy. It turns out there was a trademark problem. He launched his Lord Buckethead in 2018 or 2019 and found out that the guy who owned the trademark was like, no, you can't do that. So he changed it to Count Binface, and he's been running in pretty much every election over in England since. And I pulled this for a couple of reasons. He's currently running for Prime Minister of England, but he recently, last month, ran for Mayor of London, and he beat the Nationalist Party candidate.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now, granted,
Yeah.
neither of them got a ton of votes, but he did beat the Nationalist Party guy. That's good. So he beat the Nazis. That's fine.
I smell a change in the air.
Yeah, or something.
His costume, beautifully designed. I mean,
yeah, it's great.
My eyes go right to his crotch. Of course, it's
I think that's the idea.
And but the face, the helmet, everything, fantastic, on point.
Yeah, and it turns out he's actually a comedian too. So I pulled up one of the videos of, I got two maybe if we want to do two, but this is his London Mayor online commercial.
Hello, voters. Count Binface here. I have come to College Green in Westminster for two reasons. One, to share with you my amazing manifesto to be London Mayor. And two, because David Lord Cameron seems to think that the clever thing to do is release social media videos where you walk confidently to camera and just spout a load of gibberish. So get a load of this, Dave. I am the only candidate who is offering two price cap croissants at £1.10. Blame Liz and Rishi for the extra 10p. I will rename London Bridge after Phoebe Waller. I will make Claudia Winkleman's Fringe Grade 1 listed. I will pledge to build at least one affordable house. Right, voters, get a load of that. I will tie the mayor's pay to that of nurses for the next 100 years. I will ban speakerphones on public transport, with offenders to be forced to watch a box set of The One Show. Only Binface is offering you the kind of policies to put London on the map. On the 2nd of May, you know what to do. Make your votes count.
Ooh, nice.
And go fuck yourself, Dave.
Well, there you go. That's
There it is.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. Yeah, he pretty much just kind of runs for every election, but the national media in England likes this guy because he's funny, and like he isn't wackadoodle. He's actually a stand-up comedian, so that kind of helps a lot. So they've actually started kind of like they're desperate to talk to somebody who isn't a miserable bastard, so they've been getting him on. He's been showing up. I pulled another one of his little clips here. This actually doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's funny.
A lot of humans like to say that politics is a game. And I quite agree, which is why I think the best location to talk to you is a video arcade. Why? Well, I'm a space invader. I'm a street fighter, too. See what I've done there? You're in the middle of a time crisis. And I would say other politicians have been taken the piss. What am I going to do? I'm going to outrun my opponents and become victor on election day.
That was good.
Great logo.
Great logo, yeah. So anyway, yeah, he's doing all
Sticker,
right.
you can slap it anywhere.
Yeah, he isn't winning the elections, but when they do approval ratings, he wins those every time. More people like this guy; they just don't vote for him. So, but go ahead.
No, it was a bad thought. I am so glad. I'm so glad it didn't come out.
All right, very good, very good. Well, so I always try to like, I think we'd been doing this for months when Lucky realized I was actually like, a lot of these things have sort of brilliant segues, I think. So anyway, brilliant segue.
Oh, Star Wars, The Acolyte, the Black Series Darth Teeth helmet pre-orders are available now. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Darth
wow.
Teeth.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, so I've been watching The Acolyte. We talked about it last week and a couple other times because it's getting review bombed they keep talking about how it's the Star Wars toxic fandom. I'm not sure it's the Star Wars toxic fandom. It's just idiots in general. But they're mad because there's not a lot of white people, men either, in this show. And that makes them mad. I don't know why, because I'd rather watch a bunch of gals myself, but whatever. One of the interesting things that happened in the show, though, is that it takes place 100 years before continuity, as if that matters. But the bad guy is clearly a Sith who wears a helmet that looks like this. And what happened is that the last time they made this mistake, the Mandalorian brought out Baby Yoda and didn't give him a name. So everybody started calling him Baby Yoda. Well, they haven't given this guy a name either, and he's now Darth Teeth.
Well, that's kind of brilliant on Disney's part. I bet they thought that out. Like, let the fans run with their ideas and then
Teeth.
sell it.
Yeah, we were the person who submitted this article said the rest of the Muppet Mayhem experience is going to come out later, including Darth Janus and Darth Animal. And I'm like, all right, I can see that.
Masks are fun. One of my favorite things when I come across them in museums are just masks through history.
Yeah.
And just seeing the wild creativity based on what the purpose was. And there's just no end to the insanity of what you can put on there. And it just looks awesome. So there would rarely be a mask. I mean, the bin one previous to this, I was like, that's a winner.
Yeah.
This one as well. I'm like, that's a winner. Love the teeth.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Disney's gonna do it right. But yeah, Darth Teeth. Oh wait,
you can buy a Count Ben Face mini action figure.
Oh, good.
Nice.
We need to do that.
Yeah, that looks.
I would buy the bin, but then you'd have to wear it around, and I bet it's a little warm in there. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I love that there was that they're calling him Darth Teeth now. That's a pretty good name. Anyway, as far as the show goes, it's fine. Like my problem is that like you can't do much with Star Wars. It's always like a bad guy shows up and heroes take him out and starships shoot each other. Like there isn't really a lot of flexibility with the story there. So like if you like another Star Wars that's pretty close to the rest of them, except it's all chicks and brown people, go for it. It's not really pushing the envelope, but hey, there you go. It does have it does have the lead guy from Squid Games is in there, which is
it is.
Yeah,
man, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, he's
I don't understand the hatred of the Star Wars, that little group that, you know what I'm talking about? Like, why? And what's the point of any of that? Like, there's an Asian lady.
Yeah.
No. What are you talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
And well, they're just,
I don't know. I really can't figure it out. I like to try to figure things out with that, like where they're coming from. I just don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I
don't follow Star Wars a lot, but I would love like something that was more of a crazy deviation. Like it's the Star Wars universe, but it's actually Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
That kind of version of it. I'd love more drugs in there.
Or a Game of Thrones crossover, like that'd be good.
Great. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, so let's see here. I don't think I got a segue for this one, so I'm gonna play it out.
Pull out.
Close though. It's still space.
Oh yeah, it is space. It's real space. NASA astronauts stuck waiting aboard ISS to return to Earth amid issues with Boeing's Starliner. Oh, haven't we all felt that in air travel? At least it's that way in space too.
Yeah. They so to me, this is like, I mean, on the way, people often complain that the media doesn't cover stories that are important. I think this is important, but there's no way you could cover it because there's nothing going on. Because they've been stuck up there and that's it. Like, I'm actually impressed that they write anything about it because all they can say is still up there. Like that's the whole damn article. Still up there.
I like to imagine them sitting with their bags packed by the door, waiting,
just waiting, just looking at it.
There's a little screen showing the delay and
delayed.
It's weather related.
30 days.
I mean, you're flying into Dallas. Of course, it's going to be delayed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Delayed because equipment failure. Okay. All right.
Is it? Does anyone know? I didn't hear if they knew like what it was. They just keep rechecking, or I guess they're not going to say, "Man, we really screwed up," and these guys are going to burn up on entry.
Oh, you're right. To your point, I'll show you what they actually said. We can read between the lines, but the last I read, they'd found a bunch of they knew there was one helium leak on the way up, and then they're like, "Oh no, there's 6 more." And some stuff fell off, and we're not really. We're going to wait until we know we can get these guys back down because if it blows up on reentry, Boeing's done as a company. Probably. I mean, that's going to be the end of it. So they're waiting, and so there's a little bit of a hint. They don't say much, but there is a quote, and here's the quote right here. This one. We're letting data-driver decision-making relative to managing the small helium leak. So that tells me if you're letting data drive it, data says don't come back to Earth. Is what that's
right. So what are the options? Do we have like a Soyuz rocket they get to come to, which is pretty demeaning for
well, it's not really NASA's problem. This is Boeing. So what happened was I think it was over 10 years ago. I'm going to get all the details wrong, but we got guys in the comments that pay more attention than I do. They can correct all of the things I'm about to get wrong. But Boeing got one of the earliest contracts for commercial space travel, but they took so damn long building it that at least four different private companies have already been into orbit multiple times before they launched the first vehicle. So in previous times when you've got NASA and maybe Boeing, and somebody got stuck up there, well, you're just going to have to ride it out. But I don't know how long it takes to scramble a mission to the ISS, but we've got 4 different companies that can do it. And the Chinese, I don't think we're going to let them. But at any rate, so yeah, I think that there's other options if they don't. But I mean, I'm trying to think like which is worse. Like, well, I mean, obviously, it's worse if the thing blows up. But are they willing to roll the dice? Because it's still pretty bad if you have to jettison the thing into the sun because it can't come back. Right. So I don't know how that's going to go.
They'll probably wait because they've already paid for their tickets and the refunds are hard to get.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want Amazon gift cards. Yeah.
No, the next flight. Yeah, you can have a first class in the next flight.
Yeah, I'm going no matter what. I'm not taking $500. Screw you guys. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. There's no new updates, but they're still up there.
Good.
Meanwhile,
Musk's SpaceX hired to destroy ISS space station. Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, that's a great headline. Because
I hope they get those guys off of it before they.
You better get the Boeing guys back here before they start.
Yeah. There's a chain of events that needs to fall exactly in place.
I think that would be an even worse PR disaster is if like Musk misinterprets this and goes up there and blows it up right now. Because what an embarrassment.
Maybe get his Tesla to come back around and pick them up.
Yeah, maybe it's like going to circle back in and smash it. Yeah, so apparently at some point somebody's going to have to decommission the thing. The article said when. I don't remember when they're thinking about it, but basically, the idea is you got to, it's got to burn up on reentry, preferably over the Pacific Ocean, where nobody lives, and in pieces.
Why do they have to destroy it? Isn't it working, or is it just getting old? I mean,
at some point it's going to reach the end of its life. They didn't say, but my guess is at some point, it's like, okay, this thing is done. The Russians aren't paying their bill. Who knows?
It took a little time, but a lot of movies recently have destroyed it in like Gravity and some others. And it's one of my favorite cinematic things is seeing that thing come to pieces. Cause you've got this quiet of space. They all do it in the quiet way. And it's just chaos going. It's quite fun. I like it better than aliens blowing up the White House.
Yeah.
My new favorite.
Oh, we can do them both. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's a strong debate there.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah. It sounds like a job for Boeing. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, we should have them do it. Whoever submitted this link also said that they chose Musk on the basis of what he's been doing to Tesla and Twitter lately. They think he's the perfect guy to destroy the ISS because he's so good.
Well, why don't they send that junky Boeing spaceship into it and have Elon Musk get these guys off the thing and take them home?
Yeah, there might be a second
me talking. I'm spitballing here.
Exactly. We'll see how it plays out. But anyway, let's hope that Elon Musk knows he doesn't need to do that like anytime soon. He can wait. Wait a little bit before he gets up there.
Follow the schedule, please.
What else we got here? Oh, this is good.
Telegram has become the go-to app for heroin, guns, and everything illegal. Can crypto save it? I thought crypto was what you use to buy illegal stuff.
Crypto's a collaborator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, the answer is no.
I'm going to download this app while we're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. But it is interesting. So, I mean, it is the case. Like if you wanted to buy black tar heroin or people or, anything, I mean, basically this is the dark web. And it doesn't make a lot of money because nobody's going to advertise against it. So they've launched their own crypto. And if you put up content on this thing or something, I'm not sure how this works. I am not going to go on there and download this thing. I'm staying the hell away from it. Somebody else can do the legwork. But at any rate, they are launching their own crypto that ostensibly you will use on their network to buy your black tar heroin and human beings.
Nice.
And then I guess they get a cut of the proceeds or something. I could actually see this working. Like, I'm not pro crypto, but I mean, this is the use case. So, maybe.
It's probably run by the government. Just saying.
Well, it's based out of Dubai, they said. And so the promise of Telegram is like, we're never going to sell your info. Well, who's running it in Dubai?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, do we know them? Like
Dubai, the Pentagon.
Oh, I like that.
And don't forget, remember there was a few years ago where the CIA announced that they had created one of like a competitor app to this that several thousand people were using to coordinate crimes, and the CIA owned the whole damn thing. And
they had a phone thing, like a Verizon phone.
Yeah,
company
that's right. Yeah,
for criminals.
Yeah. All the criminals to use. They were like, it was so funny because it was literally a bar conversation where they're all drunk and they're like, "Hey, what's it cost to try it? $1,000? Yeah, sure, roll it, see what happens," and it worked. So
Well, that's the weirdest thing to me, though, is that you have this confidence that you're like, okay, I'm gonna order. I'm feel comfortable buying my heroin online, and it's shipped to me through the post office, and you're like, nothing bad will happen. This is the way I'm gonna do it. It's just so weird that you're like, okay, send.
yeah. It's like, this will be fine. I don't see how this.
It's
Well, now
gonna
here
work.
where I'm at, they would deliver it to the wrong mailbox again. And I'll be like,
Where's my
I
heroin?
ordered some heroin. I need to get this. Where is it?
Did they go to my neighbor
Postmaster.
again? What the hell? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably went to the meth addict living in your barn. That's what happened. He stole it probably.
Our postal system out here in the country is a little shaky at best.
Like, they're like, yeah, it'll get there when it gets there. Well, we'll
Yeah,
we'll
if
see how
it
it
gets
goes.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, faces made of living skin
Ooh.
make robots smile. And I guarantee you the robots did this themselves. They did it for 'em.
Seems likely, doesn't it? So the article doesn't have a video, although it's pretty creepy. So I was like, I went and found one.
Oh,
No, I found one. Don't
Look.
worry. Here it is. It's even worse than
look
I could possibly
oh
describe.
my God, it's so
It's bad.
creepy.
Here you go. You ready?
Ah,
That is
yeah,
wrong.
I can't wait. Oh, look, it's so happy. Ooh. Oh my God. Is that in like a urinal at the lab? It's a
Probably.
cake smiling at
Urinal
you.
cake smiling at you. Yeah, if you pee on it, it smiles at you. That's a great product.
Is it got strings on it? I mean, what? How much
I don't know
money
what
they
it's
spend on this? We've created a face.
I don't know why anybody did
Oh
this.
my gosh.
Why?
And once it finally has its voice, the first words will be, "Please kill me."
You kill me. Kill me. Or even worse,
What?
kill all humans.
Look at all
Yeah.
the study that went into this.
It's very interesting. It's
Uh,
also interesting
there
that
we
they
go.
were like, you know what? Good choice. Let's make this glossier.
Yeah.
That makes it less
Yeah,
creepy.
use the glossy
Yeah.
flesh.
Yeah,
Get that
glossy.
can down.
Yeah.
That won't scare everyone.
Everything's wrong with this
I
story.
prefer satin on my robot face.
All right.
Wow. New organ discovered in the human throat that lubricates an area behind the nose is found accidentally by researchers studying prostate cancer. So they went too far when they were looking.
So I
Ooh.
changed the headline on it, and I was like, Christ, how long was that endoscope?
Right? Yes.
Jeez.
Prostate cancer researchers discovered something in the back of your nose. It's like, what? How far was that guy's hand in there?
Yeah, right.
Woo, man. It
I'm
turns
just
out no.
amazed we're still finding out like physical things about the body. Like, haven't we mapped out the physical? Like this thing's this thing.
Yeah, I had another friend of mine tell me the same thing. He's like, what? There's like something else. Well, the way they discovered it was interesting. They were scanning for cancer and they were injecting, what was it, either dye or radioactive stuff in order to basically show where tumors are, but apparently it'll light up your salivary glands. So they got a diagram of what that looks like. There we go.
Let's see
So
our new
They
organ.
did it, and then they were like, what's that in the back of the nose? What is it? What is going on there? So they went and they cut open a cadaver. There's a photo of that. I'll spare you. It looks like what you think it is. And yeah, it keeps the back of your nose wet.
Oh.
Yes.
And is it covered by insurance or
No,
too new?
definitely
Too
not.
new?
Yeah, no, 100% chance insurance does not cover this, but I just love that proctology researchers discovered it because that's great.
That's who
Oh
you
yeah,
need.
that is funny.
All the way up in there. So yeah, and insurance does not cover it. 100% chance.
Not
there we
American
go.
insurance.
Nope.
The brain makes a lot of waste. I already know that. Now scientists think they know where it goes. Oh,
Yeah, 4chan. It goes to 4chan.
Yeah, it goes to the internet. You're right.
It goes to the internet, and we all read it. Yeah. Now, this actually is a very interesting. It's actually two separate discoveries. This is probably the actual coolest thing that popped up this week. So scientists have been studying, in particular, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, which are not the same thing, obviously, but they've been noticing that they seem to be caused by amyloids. Specifically, Alzheimer's definitely is. And it's a plaque that builds up in your brain over time. And so they've kind of suspected for years that it's the reason Alzheimer's happens is because your brain is supposed to flush this stuff out, but then it doesn't, and then you get Alzheimer's. But the problem has been nobody knows how that works. So it's like, in order for that to be true, you got to be able to show how it does it. Well, they figured it out, and it's interesting. It said what happens is this: so there's no limbic system up in your brain, like the rest of like the stuff that flushes the things out of the rest of our body. It isn't up in your head, and so they're like, well, what does it do? It turns out when you're sleeping, your neurons fire in a particular pattern that gives them an electrical charge that pushes all that stuff to the edge, and it gets picked up by gnomes, I think, or something. I stopped reading around that point, but
Brain
anyway,
gnomes.
it's whatever they said. It's science, and they proved it. So that's good, because now they have a mechanism, and potentially that means that they can track out like what should be the case. And this is what they're going to look for next is that people with Alzheimer's, this system should be malfunctioning, and if they can figure out how to fix it or make it work again, then we might have a cure for Alzheimer's and possibly Parkinson's and some other stuff. So yeah.
Which would
What
be
if they-
so wild to have, like your brain is just always, it's just rock on. You get older and you keep everything. You're just
your
as
souls are so sharp.
as ever. But really, the only problem with us is like our mind hasn't changed its diaper in a very long time.
We're still dumb monkeys. Yeah. We're still
Well,
idiots.
That is the conclusion. Yes.
Yeah, we're still idiots. So yeah. But at any
They
rate,
get
that's
those electrical pulses. They could tase that new organ that we found behind our nose.
yeah, that's
Maybe
what
that would
that. Yeah.
shoot
Well, you got
the garbage out of
Maybe
our
they
brain.
are tied together.
yeah. Well, you're going to put it on the end of an endoscope first in order to, make it, be able to charge.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. Interestingly, so they've already done a test on mice that there's apparently a breed of mice that gets Alzheimer's real easy. So they've been studying them for a while, and they found a way to on the outside of the mice's body to create a stimulation that causes the neurons to pulse, and they actually started flushing the amyloid out of the mice, who I guess theoretically don't have a system that works like this, and it worked on them like from outside. So like that's pretty cool. It means if you got Alzheimer's, you might just put a hat on or something, and then
So then they got real smart, like Pinky in the brain.
Yeah, and then they took over the world. That was a problem. So we had to shut
Cool.
that one. But anyway, yeah, it's probably one of the coolest things that I
That's
think
awesome.
that happened this week. Actually, yeah, might have cured Alzheimer's. Who could have thought it? There we go.
Beethoven was a classical and romantic composer, but his body was full of heavy metal. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been waiting for a while to use that headline over at NPR.
Yeah. I would love to, if you could run an autopsy on most of these guys, I'm sure the chemicals would be just incredible to see. Some of those would be pretty fun.
Yeah, so it turns out part of the reason why they do this is Beethoven's last dying wish was to figure out what the hell was wrong with him, because he was full of all kinds of medical problems. And so he actually put away some money to basically say, after I'm dead, tell everybody what happens and then fix it, because this sucks. Being deaf and composing music is awful. And that wasn't the only problem. He had liver failure and jaundice, I think. And he was a mess. So they had tested for other problems before. They found out that his genetics indicate that he was susceptible to liver cancer, which I think is what got him eventually. But so they finally tested strands of his hair, because that's lying around, and that's how you can tell if people have any kind of metallic poisoning. And they found out that he had a lot of lead in his body. How much, you may ask? 95 times more lead than the average person does.
Interesting.
Yeah, 95x.
How do you get that?
They think he was drinking out of lead goblets.
Yeah, lead was just lead had a great life.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is like this miracle thing. Look at this pliable, thick, dense thing we can use. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great
you
metal.
Find out it can kill you.
Yeah, exactly. The Romans used to use it as a flavoring additive in wine.
Have we tried that? They might be right.
I mean, it does have a flavor. I'm out, but it probably works. I mean, they all did it. So they think that he probably gave himself lead poisoning. And they said what's interesting is that so almost everybody at that time had lead poisoning. He said that, he was 95 times higher than a modern human, but he was only 10 times higher than somebody who lived at the same time as him. So,
that's sad.
Oh,
that's sad.
That means everybody was 10x higher, because lead was everywhere. They used it for dishes and pipes.
I guess there were plenty of reasons for people living to they were 45. Wow, you really made it to an old age, Grandpa.
We do it to ourselves.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, he was full of lead. That probably did it. They're gonna keep doing.
See,
research.
we're not so bad with our microplastics. We're just
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
Yeah,
we're much
exactly.
better off than these dudes.
It's not lead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
far,
Actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Microplastics in our balls, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Rhino horns injected with radioactive material in bid to curb poaching. Oh, this just doesn't sound like a good idea.
It sounds like a superhero origin story, doesn't it?
Ooh, yeah.
Rhino man.
Somebody that works on a rhino farm or whatever gets stabbed by a radioactive horn.
Yeah.
And becomes, I don't know.
You get all the powers of a rhino, which is like what?
Super
like irritatedness. You can smell things from a long distance. I don't know.
Yeah. Irritated like a rhino gets.
Yeah. And then you just start banging your head into stuff. Yeah, this should be fine. I don't see there's many problems with it.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is interesting, actually. This is another one. They don't say that this came about as a result of a conversation in a bar, but it sounds like it to me. Basically, the idea was, and this is clever, is to make the horns radioactive for two reasons. One, if you grind it up into penis powder or whatever they make with rhino horn, it'll make you sick and possibly kill you. But then the second reason that they're doing the radiation, it doesn't hurt the rhinoceros at all. And apparently, most international ports have radiation detectors, and it's enough radiation to set those off.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt the rhinos?
No, that's what they said, but I mean, who's checking, right?
Okay.
Said
this absolutely sounds like a 1980s start to a superhero comic.
Yeah,
like
does,
the sent it off to China, is eating some soup. Now I can fly.
Yeah, I got rhino powers.
He buys the special penis rhino powder, and now he has a super.
Wow. You're right. You're right. This is actually a great start to 80s porn. I was wrong on that.
80s superhero porn.
It's that.
Right.
No,
Perfect.
you're right. That comes first, and then of course there's the porn after.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
exactly.
symbiotic.
Yeah, perfect. So anyway, they're about to kick that off. But I do like the idea that they did it specifically to trigger the radiation detector, because like that's pretty clever. I like it. But yeah, they said it doesn't hurt the rhinos, but I'm not checking.
Okay. Man sentenced to life for killing friend who believed was summoning Bigfoot to eat him. Oh, what a mistake.
Yeah, whoops. So they don't mention any drug use in this story when they talk about what happened, but I mean, it's heavily implied.
Definitely on drugs.
This is absolutely a meth story.
Something was going on. Basically, two guys were fishing, and then one guy killed the other guy. When they asked him why he killed the other guy, he said he saw behind him 3 Bigfoots or Sasquatch, and immediately assumed that his friend had summoned them to kill him. So he decided to take his friend out first before he could do that.
Well,
that's what you do.
This all checks out. Thank you, sir, for letting us know. Be on your way.
I don't think sobriety was involved.
Do you have your fishing license we could look at, please?
That's where they would get him. That's where they would get him.
Yeah.
That's a $50 fine, sir.
Sobriety was not a factor in this.
Wow.
Got another quick one for the load. Every time I go to ESPN, it always lags. There we go.
Euro 2024. Italy's Spalletti apologizes after bizarre rant. Spalletti, am I saying it? Spalletti?
I think so. I could I don't. I mean, I've been watching because it's on.
Spalletti. I don't know. You got to hold your hand up and say it, and maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Spalletti.
Yeah, perfect. I like it. So I think he's the coach of Italy. I'm not sure because he was berating somebody who was 50 years old for being too young. So anyway, so this comes in and it's a bizarre rant, and I'm always like, oh, I can't wait to see what he saw. I couldn't find video of it, unfortunately, but they got the quote of what he said. So I was like, well, how bad could it have been? Well, it's not the worst thing I've ever read, but I see why it was controversial. Here's the section in particular.
Let's see. Turning to journalist who asked the question, he added, how old are you? 51? Well, if you jack off every day for another 14 years, maybe you'll know as much as me. Is that what he?
Yeah. That's what he said.
I like that. I think he was watching The Wolf of Wall Street the night before.
Oh, really? Is that what that's from?
There is a scene that basically feels very much like that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems like an oddly specific thing to say to somebody.
Right.
Did that just
called him later, it looks like.
Yeah, and he apologized. At 2:00 in the morning, when
Call
I
him
guess
2 o'clock in the
somebody-
morning. Are you
Yeah.
jacking off?
did you start?
Take my advice.
Did you start? It's the first day of the 14 years. How's it going? Exactly.
Wow.
So anyway, that's
Although it's Italy, that sounds like something I don't see that as out of the norm for Italy television.
no, not really. No.
The Price is Right contestants are frequently high or drinking, claims host Drew Carey.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Well, this makes sense.
Aren't they standing in line all day? Isn't it basically like a tailgate party?
Yeah, he says they definitely pregame. I don't know if they sell alcohol in the studio or not. They didn't mention, but he did say that he can tell because they get up on stage with him, and they're in close proximity. And he says most everybody who gets up there smells like alcohol or gummies or both.
Well, good. Who reported this breaking news?
Yeah. Well, this is one of those, like, I don't know why he's being interviewed, but this wasn't the first question they asked. This is a Farkism, actually, where it's like they interview you for an hour and then like the really interesting thing drops in like minute 50. In particular, though, so I got us some video of this. So at some point, I'll pull the thing so you can see. Was a kid. He mentions that some guy got up on stage tripping balls and said he was a skateboard rabbi. Yeah, there it is right there. He said, "Did you see the guy who said skateboard rabbi?" Because he was tripping balls and he didn't think he was going to get up on stage, but he did. And so I was like, "Oh, is there video of this?" And I found it.
Yeah. Thanks, Internet.
Posted by the guy who claimed to be a skateboard rabbi. So this is his YouTube account from 12 years ago. And this is him. We're not going to watch the whole 7 minutes, but we're going to go to the important bits when he was on the show. Let's see. Let's jump ahead to when he gets called down. So it's the guy who looks like a skateboarding rabbi, that guy. Right.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go. Oop, I muted it. Hold on. There we go.
Let's get the show started with the first prize ever bids today on The Price is Right.
Excellent idea, Drew. We're going to start off with a new home theater system.
All right, we're going to skip through that because there's
retail
going to tell us.
price
There you go.
without going over. Big Papa, we're going to start with you.
For that, I'm going to bid $1.
$1. All right, Big Papa bids $1. That's what I'm talking about. Kimberly, what do you bid?
All right, anyway, they go through this.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh, wait, here you go. A little back
I'm a
and forth.
mystery, dude.
$6.99. All righty. $6.99.
Oh, they're
No,
all
you're not
high
gonna
and
win.
drunk.
They're all
Big
high.
Papa hat, Dolly Parton shirt, bid $1.
I'm a mystery, dude.
Yeah,
Wrapped in
nice.
an enigma. Get used to it.
Actual retail price $9.99. Kimberly. come on
So
up.
he doesn't win on the first round, but in the second round,
Price is Right.
this woman comes down.
Drunk.
It's the best.
How many? There's got to be people who've broken their ankle coming down.
Oh, yeah.
They're elderly and drunk.
100%.
Can't believe it. Oh. I know, standing next to Big Papa, it's a thrill. I love you.
Oh my!
Next prize, please.
All right, here, let's see here. So I got a ring. Yeah, watch when she walks by, by the way. Look at him. He's like, where'd she go?
Beautiful new ring.
I'm gonna go over here. This
Yeah.
is a safer space.
Mr. Corey.
He said in a later interview, by the way, that everybody's faces were melting the entire time he was up there.
Oh, wow. He was really going.
All angles.
Yeah, he was. That's it.
Interest and intrigue from all angles. Doesn't matter. Up, down, sideways. Interest and intrigue all day. Best what he bid.
$1,200,
$1,200. Linda.
$1,475.
$1,475. Joshua.
$1,500, Drew.
$1,500.
He's on something
Joshua.
too.
He is,
$1, Drew.
$1.
I think, $50.
Yeah.
Actual retail price. $730. Joshua, going up here.
Drew Carey's like, oh no.
Oh,
Here he
great.
comes. There he comes. Oh no.
Oh, shorts. Nice.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I love shorts. I wear shorts. I'm wearing shorts right now.
Yeah.
Not when you're on this hollowed game show.
Joshua, I can't wait to hear. What do you do for a living?
I'm a skateboard rabbi.
You know what? I'll take it. Skateboard rabbi. George, what do we have for him?
It's a trip to the Atlanta Jazz Festival.
Ooh, a trip to Atlanta. Anyway,
Oh,
skip the description
And
here.
more.
that is a mean trip.
Yeah, let's go to Atlanta. Get stuck in traffic.
He really is a skateboard rabbi. I thought he was joking around.
He isn't. He's just high.
That's his buddies back there. Hi.
They're all high too.
Why
There's
not?
no way only one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
They're all on shrooms.
Tradition. 5,000.
All right, we're gonna skip through this because this isn't
46.
exciting. He blows the game, but then the best part is he gets to the wheel.
Joshua, whenever you're ready. Want to say hi to somebody?
Yeah, happy birthday, Tess. And I want to say hi to everybody who loves music. Sure, why not?
Hey, why not? Nobody. Just nobody likes music. 50.
I got to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Gotta do it again. All right, here we go. Good luck. 1550 would be nice.
It's crazy that Drew
Nervous.
Carey used to be a comedian on a show. Like, I can't even
Yeah.
name what the show was again. Cleveland, right?
I'm gonna come here.
Something about
75.
Cleveland. There you go.
Come over here, Linda.
So anyway, he gets busted out. Somebody beats him, gets like 85 cents or something, and he goes away. So anyway, in the process of researching this though, so that's a real clip from the show, and that guy's actually mentioned. Then this other one had said, then this got referred to me, and I'm like, what is this? Michael the Wizard, apparently. So this is interesting.
As for you folks to bid on. It's a fun new
Ooh.
motor scooter.
Old
It's a
school.
scooter.
Now the illusion, it has panel for us. And you get first Barbara.
$1,700.
$1,700, Michael.
Exactly 21.
Oh, I remember that guy.
His bid
2148.
is 2148. That's an interesting bid.
I hadn't
How did
seen
you
this.
settle on
I
2148.
seen that on there last week, and that was the exact price. I know that's what it is. I watch you every day. I watch you every day, Bob.
Oh no, the autistic guys on the show are
You were
done.
laughing
What's
and
that
you
shirt
didn't hear what else he said. He says he watches every day. Now, if he wins this, you'll see that loyalty to this show paid off.
Yeah, it's a good recovery.
What do you bid, Scott? Why bid at all? He has the exact price. The bids so far are $1,700 and $2,148.
$1,800.
$1,800, Noel.
$1,500.
$1,500 for her. Now,
Somebody got it right.
now wait a minute here. Michael is already leaping around down there. He says he's got it. Now we'll just find out whether you got it or not. We have a lot of scooters, you know. First number is 2. 2,148.
Good for that guy.
Yeah.
His accent, I do love it.
Yeah, it's
I
Carolina.
waited 31 years for this moment. It's an honor, sir.
Well, it's an honor to have you on the show, and thank you for your loyalty, and I'm delighted that you got that price exactly right.
Where's my $500?
Oh, his $500.
Let's not forget that.
What?
Let's not forget that.
Oh, I beg your pardon. You see, I was so excited about your answer and everything that I just temporarily forgot. Would you settle for 4?
Well, you can owe me one.
No, I don't want to owe you one. I want to give you all 5, and I want to give you all of this as well.
Yeah. So anyway, he goes through and
good.
rocks the rest of this. But anyway,
He gets it all right, every one of them, huh?
yeah, it didn't get exactly right. He calls out another price and he misses, but he blows through the whole thing. But then he gets knocked out because the wheel is random.
Wow.
So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, luck.
So there you go.
I always love the prizes, like the most random things on that show.
Oh,
And
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
also the show when you watch when you were sick at home. You're
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
is on TV? Holy cow! It's Price is Right.
Yeah.
Magic.
It was always watchable. That's because Bob was pretty funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
100%.
Yeah, so if you want to see the rest of that, it's Michael the Wizard on the YouTube. Those were the best parts. Though. I had not heard for the goodness because of nails the price right in one. I was like, whoa, damn, all right.
The Price is Right does like a tour thing I went to at once.
Oh, yeah.
I got my name on a yellow thing. I sat in the audience, and that's really the end of my story at that point. I didn't get
Were
called
you
up and
hammered
nothing else
though?
happened.
Yeah, were you
Yeah, we did have a few drinks before we went, and I didn't know that was commonplace, but we would have fit right in.
Nice. That would be fun. I mean, there's that chance. There's that.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. It was a little different than that TV show, obviously, because it's a traveling thing, but it was fun. I had some fun. I was hooping and hollering like you do.
You got to. It's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was.
Then you get back to the hotel. It would be really hard not to be yelling like, "Come on down,"
Yeah, exactly. Whole rest of the day.
Hey, baby.
They did that. Like you put your name in, they called people out there and said, "Come on down."
Yeah.
People won refrigerators and cars, but not all the time. So I feel like that stuff was shipped in the tour, like a circus tour or something.
Oh, right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, my mom was always a buzzkill on that. She'd be like, "They got to pay taxes."
Yeah,
yeah, Mom. We know.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. I still want to win a car, right? I mean, it's like whatever.
You got to pay shipping too. If you're not,
don't ruin it for me. Well, I remember being a kid and being like, "Why don't they just give them the taxes?" Well, you got to pay taxes on that too. What?
Never ending.
Yeah. What the hell?
You might as well give up. The government wants it. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no point doing anything.
Oh well. I'm glad I didn't get called up. I don't want to pay those taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's everyone.
I feel like I'm fine. I don't mind paying. I'll pay the damn taxes. Let's do this. You can also just sell the car and pay the taxes. I mean, whatever. But also, like, I mean, if you want a trip to Atlanta, I'd sell that.
That's a weird trip. That is a weird trip. Although
buy that.
They need to do something like a trip to Idaho. We've got a fantastic trip to Idaho for you.
I remember at Wayne's World, they were like, Delaware.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Delaware.
I'm in Delaware. Yeah. Good time.
Win a trip to the 25th anniversary Fark party.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you just drive over there.
You should have a contest on your site, Drew.
I was just going to ask if you've done any kind of game show, and then I do remember we did do that one once upon a time.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Jack?
It was on Jackbox Games. It was. Why am I blanking on it? Yeah, we did actually. That was pretty funny. Remember then, like it was during the middle of the pandemic. We left the audience room open, and all of a sudden, 1,000 people showed up in the audience room because they were just going from game to game trying to find something.
I'm not sure COVID really happened. Like it's this weird memory of weird fog of things that happened. But yes, that was.
Yes, quite.
That's called long COVID that you're describing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It did last a while, so yeah, maybe. I had this conversation last night in the bar. It's like part of the reason why. So, like for example, last night trivia question was like which NBA Hall of Famer scored 60 points the night before he retired, but it was in 2016. And so I'm not the best NBA guy, but I'm like, well, there aren't a lot of guys that can score 60 points in a game ever, much less the last one they played. So I'm like, I guess it's Kobe Bryant. And everybody's like, 2016 though? And I'm like, everything is a lot longer ago than you think it is.
Right. For sure. For sure. I mean, we're basically about to hit 10 years on that.
Yeah,
Close
I know,
enough.
yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, like it's crazy what I guess I don't really mind the stuff that was like 20 and 30 years ago, but I really don't like what was 10 years ago. That's the one that bothers me. Where I'm like, what, really? You kidding me? Like, already we had more than one Star Wars like sequel out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What? That's not cool.
That was a terrible time. I appreciate we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. We go back to Darth Keith.
I was hurt.
We got Darth
go to
Keith
Darth
now.
Keith.
Yeah, but pandemic made everything jump 3 years into the future, just like the Thanos snap. So that's what's going on. That's why everything.
There you go.
So that's good. Anyway, so we can't live stream the debate tonight. Don't worry, it's going to be a total shit show whether we talk over it or not. So that'll be fine. I probably will watch it. I'm going to get hammered though.
Yeah, baby.
I'm probably going to jump into the Fark comments and post stuff in there just because, like, I don't like any of the other social media stuff anymore, and I own one, so I should probably get in there and do it. So you want to be? I will be drunk, and only you and the 1,500 people watching this live stream will know that.
Now, if you want to come over, Drew, Natalie's out of town. I have started cooking a new. I've got basically some Chinese food I figured out over in and this kind of thing. Anyway, if you wanted to come over and drown your sorrows and watch politics over here, we're open for business here.
Hey, Dallin, can you put your phone number and address in the comments?
Absolutely.
Anybody else want to go over there?
Absolutely. Everybody head down to Kentucky.
Yep.
There you
I'll
go.
be there in about three hours, I think.
You can make it. It starts at 9.
At 9 o'clock. See, that's perfect. Takes me a little time to get this food together.
There you go.
It's a winner.
Yeah, I could actually maybe make that work because Storm was saying for some reason that he felt like watching the debate because he feels like he should pay more attention. I tried to tell him that was dumb because, like, I do this for a living, man. Nobody should pay attention to the news. I'll tell you if anything happens, but he's willing to do it, so I could probably get him to drive me. So I'm going to show up at your place hammered. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That'll be all right. All right. I'm going to work till about 8, and then I'll come on over. I'll be hammered.
Of course, still, open invitation. It's not an exclusive here.
I got band practice, so as soon as I'm done with that, I'll have had some drinks and I'll head on.
There you go. Jump in the car, get on 65.
I'll be there about midnight, 1 o'clock.
Should be over by then.
For some reason.
How was the debate?
It was a shit show. I mean, don't watch it. That's what's going to happen. But I'm going to watch it anyway. So, yeah. So, I think I'll actually make it. I'll talk to Storm. He could probably drive me.
I'll be around.
Yeah, cool. So I'll start my drinking about an hour from now. And I won't be like breaking stuff drunk. I'll just be normal.
Sounds like a plan.
That's good. Going over somebody's house. That's a good thing to say. You'll be all right.
We got to clarify, just in case.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. All right, well, cool. Now we got a plan. So we'll do it.
All right. Good talking with you guys.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Be back next week, probably. Or maybe not. It's 4th of July. It's the 3rd of July.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something else. We'll see.